Okay, let's go that one step beyond when we're talking about research. When we get into research, there are many things, as you now know, we have to think about and we have to talk about. Let's talk about going that one step beyond that's specifically for strategic communication. After your initial research, after your initial, how are we going to do this? Who all are we going to interview? Why are we going to interview them? Then we also have to ask ourselves some questions. We have to realize that what we're going to be researching depends on what the client or organization wants and or needs. We have to make very, very sure that what we're doing meets with our organization or our clients' wants, needs, and expectations. Double check it at this point before you go out and do some serious research, because if you're off, you're again going to cause that time money problem. You also have to, after answering these questions, realize that the research must relate to your campaign, whatever your campaign is. But again, first, let's ask some more questions. I really invite you to ask the following questions before you even begin with your research. First is, what is your organization's current image? You have a client right now. What is the image of that client? Do they have an image? If they have an image, what is it? Is it good, bad? Has it recently had something not so good happen? Has it been the center of controversy of something? Or has it recently had something just wonderful happen and everybody's loving them? That image, how people see you, how people view you as the organization is very important, and you have to understand and know what it is. What additional background do you need? Okay, you know your client is X. Who are they? What more do you need to know about them? For the group that has Dan Alderman, you know he's a psychologist. What else do you need to know? Who is he? What does he do? What's his background? For those who are Gritman Foundation, you know, Gritman Foundation, okay, they raise money for Gritman. What else do they do? How else do they handle things? These are questions you need to know. What additional background do you need in order to be successful? Another question, what what media has the organization received lately? Has it been good? Has it been bad? Has it been nebulous? Has it been local or has it been national? Oh my dear Lord, has it been international? You need to think about these things. What has been said? What's out there on the public's general frame of mind when they think about the organization? What are the internal products saying about the organization? Inside the organization, what are they saying? Now, for those who have Dan, Dan's a one-man show. Basically, Dan knows what Dan thinks about himself. But if you are people working with the Moscow Affordable Housing Trust, what do people who work with the trust think about it? Do they have good feeling? Do they have bad feeling? Is it kind of it's there? These are important things to know. How can you get out and really work with an organization if you don't understand what the image is, not just from the outside, but also from the inside? So you have to do some work in terms of who are these people? Yes, but also what do others think of them? There's some other things to ask too. You also need to ask, what's the organization's current audience? What's the right audience for this campaign? Now, these are two separate questions because these are two separate issues. Is your current audience the right audience for this campaign? Maybe, maybe not. You need to figure that out. Another thing, who are the partners, past and present? Who could be a future partner? Partnerships are incredibly important, especially in this day and age. So figure out if they have partners, who are they? Will they work with this campaign? Or do you need to find another partnership somewhere? Could somebody they already have work or not? Don't forget to ask, and these are very important things, 3 things that you need to remember to always ask. These are the ones people tend to forget. How do the employees feel about the organization? If you work and you work for an organization, then you know how you feel about it. Other employees within your group, within your organization, have feelings for the place where they work. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they frustrated? Are they ready to reach to the top? What's going on? So you need to find out how the employees feel about their organization. If they're not in love with it, why not? Who are the other shareholders? Who are people who are partners, who are shareholders within the organization, and how do they feel? Because if they're not on board and the employees aren't on board, then trust me, doing any kind of campaign is going to have problems because you need everybody, the employees and the shareholders, on board, not just the leadership, the employees and the shareholders. If you can't sell it to them, you sure as hell can't sell it to the public. Finally, who is the competition and what are they doing? And I know a lot of you will say, I don't want to think about the competition. You have to think about the competition because the competition may be mirroring something that you're doing, or they could be doing something in a completely different direction. And if they're doing something in a completely different direction and it's really successful, why is it successful? What do they have? What is it that maybe they're tapping into that maybe you need to tap into? So always pay attention to the competition and what they happen to be doing. There's one more research PowerPoint that I want you to look at in this section, and it is up next.